Hello and welcome back to our New World Order series in Crusader Kings 2 HIP mod. In the last episode we finished revoking the county of Würzburg, and also we started this war here to revoke this other county in our capital duchy. And we do have a slight problem with this because our neighbouring duke over here, where's his capital here, has declared a subjugation war on the Count while he's revolting. So this is kind of annoying because we could potentially lose the other county if he somehow manages to beat one of my armies here and get some war score against the Count, but I think we should be able to finish our sieges and get to 100% before that happens, though he has over 4,000 troops, which could be a slightly dangerous amount, and in fact he does seem to be willing to come in here on my 3,000-ish army. So, I think we might have to spend some money on mercenaries or something, or I guess we could try to intercept him here first. We do outnumber him, so actually if we just break off our sieges, we're not giving up too much siege progress, and head into this county here to attack him first. We are attacking into the hills, and probably over a river, but well, we'll see how it goes. And if they're on the 11th of November, you'll get there first. Let's make sure we put our best generals in charge here. I think we pretty much have them. You are a flat terrain expert. Actually, if we can get rough terrain people, might be better even if they have lower martial skill. Since we are, as mentioned, going into hills. And I guess apart from that, we'll just put our highest skill people in charge. My son asked me for a fief of his own. I will mention a church career. Oh, and unfortunately, we didn't get there on time. But actually, he is about to surrender to me, so that is going to end this guy's war inconclusively. And we don't have to worry about it, so great. Succeeded with my plot. I gained the county. No longer have to fight these battles. And we didn't lose anything. Okay, so let's see if we want to keep our army raised and actually help out in any of these other wars that we're in. We are actually not fighting that many people. I think we can pretty much afford to ignore these if we want to. On the other hand, we could go help our allies, of course. Oh, and we're no longer ill. Yeah, you know, I think I will go and help. A little concerned about this 7,000 strong army up here since it could be a little dangerous to us. But if we go and seek out the smaller armies and beat up some of those first, we can probably feel good about helping and not be in too much risk of getting our whole levy wiped out or anything. Who are you at war with? Hold in as an ally, I guess. When guests arrive, my granddaughter Berta is the first to greet them and shower them with questions, so she is going to become gregarious, which is fine. One thing I don't really want to do is to head into pagan lands with my army, since the whole pagan attrition bonus will take out a lot of our troops all by itself. But I'll fight this 2,500. But not follow it into pagan lands. As mentioned, actually this army is getting a little closer than I'm comfortable with, so maybe we'll just, at this point, retreat and disband our army. Okay. Godfrey lost his invasion. Hard luck, Godfrey. I don't think we've really helped out that much. But hey, it was better than nothing. You're welcome, Poland. Your mission to Blankenburg has been a success. Great, I guess. We could probably stand to move him elsewhere, I imagine. Yeah, we have a new Margrave of Böhmen, if that's a remotely correct pronunciation. He is only 6, but probably wouldn't hurt to improve his opinion. And other than that, we probably would like to continue revoking counties and building up our personal domain. At the very least, to gain the rest of the counties in our capital duchy. So we should be able to plot to revoke this county. Or not. This is because it's under our Duke of Upper Bavaria. Right, okay. Well, unfortunately then, we are going to have to retract the vassalage from him if we want to do that. Which is going to annoy everybody. I think we can probably afford to do that, though. Tyrannical as it is. Our dukes, at least, are going to be extremely happy with us. We have probably a decent long reign bonus built up. If I could see it. No long reign bonus? Anyway, everyone likes us because we crushed a major revolt and that kind of thing. So I think we can afford to retract the vassalage from him. Of the Count of Artsburg. It'll annoy him by -30 and upset my other vassals by -10, which is not a huge deal. He'll actually say no. We're gonna have to fight him for it. Okay, well, so be it, I guess. I'm not gonna go through the rest of the game with one county out of my capital duchy held by somebody else. So to war it is. Okay. Let's actually use this 800 and see if we can catch this little army before they recover any morale. We get in there and start sieging. So he is sieging. I guess we have a holding in this county. Have a new pope again. Okay. And with this army, I guess we can attack him in here. It is plains. Let's see if we can find a county to go in from with no river crossing. And that's going to be pretty easy from right here. My granddaughter is mastering the art of diplomacy. Is pretty good. Granddaughter became a fortune builder. Let's see if we can get her married to somebody for a good alliance. Or if there are any landed characters that would be willing to marry her matrilineally. Seems not. Grand Prince of Croatia, maybe. We don't actually get an alliance with this character, but we will when we inherit. Sure. I mean, he has gonorrhea, so I guess that would be kind of a dick move. Okay, granddaughter, I've decided you're marrying this gonorrhea-ridden Grand Prince named Igor. We'll marry him to the Duke of Pisa instead. He probably doesn't have gonorrhea. Okay, with that battle we're up to 77%. We'll follow him to here. With any luck, this siege of the top holding up here will get us to 100%. One of my spies managed to gather some useful information concerning the enemy's movements and plans. Okay. So I'm going to assume that it is the case that we'll get to 100 from this siege and just disband the rest of my army here. Looks like our ally in Poland is not having such a good time. Your dedication to religious pursuits has been noticed around the realm. Among others, it has quite impressed Darahoslava. You have maintained correspondence on various religious and philosophical matters for some time and find that you are rapidly becoming good friends. Okay. Good. The siege is almost done. And we did get 100%. I guess we could take the chance to become ambitious, maybe? We didn't. That's fine. We'll enforce our demands, which means that his vassalage did not get retracted, but we did imprison the Duke, which means surely we can retract vassalage of this guy now, and nobody will object. Duke is still extremely happy with me. The plus 200 from having pressed his claim is pretty much the reason for that. Okay. You accept my decision. That doesn't get him released from prison. And we are not able to revoke an additional title from him or anything, not that we would necessarily want to. I guess we'll just release him, since he isn't going to cause any trouble. He really likes me, and it'll increase opinion with the rest of my vassals. Or we could ransom him for a free 145 gold. In fact, I think I care about the gold more than the vassal opinion. So that's fine, and now we should be able to plot to revoke this county finally. So he still loves me. I was inspecting the damage to the highest tower in Thuringen when the head of Berta appeared outside the window 50 meters above the ground. What should I do with this curious child? Well, I would rather not maim her. Definitely don't want the 80% chance of maiming her. And we wouldn't want her to become deceitful. Or rather, we wouldn't want her to become craven. Deceitful wouldn't be too bad. On the other hand, I think we can... I'm willing to take a 5% chance of maiming her. And maybe make her brave. Yeah, there we go. So now she is at 19 martial, at the age of 8. Okay, let's revoke our county. Have our retinue parked on top of it, so he shouldn't be able to raise any troops. War it is. Let's just raise troops from here. will be plenty. And we now have the Kingdom of Bavaria formed, or Bayern, which is nice, I guess. Let's see, we've been called to arms by our ally in Novgorod. Sure. Definitely not going to go all the way up there and help, but we'll lend our moral support. It has come to my attention that the Chancellor of Groen, which, if I remember correctly, is here, is fabricating a claim. Okay. Well, that is kind of a little concerning, because his liege could potentially press that claim for him, and she is, I think, still more powerful than I am. Yeah. Max levy is about 13k. So she could declare war on me. I would very much like to take this duchy from her. Would probably even the score a little bit, and also make our borders look a lot nicer. But we'll definitely wait to do that until we're finished with this county revocation. So I suppose there's no harm in maybe looking for a claimant to this duchy right now. And in fact there are quite a few claimants. Though we would need somebody with a strong claim to be able to press it immediately. Teams is not available, okay. How many people would we have to murder to put a regency in charge? At least 2, okay. Finished our siege here. He is at 100%. Hey, so that was quite a lot of rigmarole to go through to revoke what is actually a pretty bad county with only a single holding in it, but it's in our capital duchy, so it's the principle of the thing, really. And that is all of the holdings in our capital duchy. I think we have all 4 of these counties. We have this one county from the other duchy. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to plot to revoke the other counties in Ostfranken, since it's not our capital duchy. But maybe we can take the chance to arrest people if they happen to do something we don't like. Unfortunately, that's not in the duchy. In this duchy over here instead. It is unfortunate. Well, we'll just keep an eye out for any chances to imprison them or otherwise revoke their titles. But having 6 out of our 9 domain sizes, okay, at least. It's certainly an improvement from where we were. In the meantime, I think we will start murdering people over here to hopefully open up an opportunity to press a claim on this duchy. So to 89%, we are going to have to bribe a couple of people here. Could get us over 100 pretty comfortably. I live my life as other men do, navigating its rocks and obstacles, doing my best to achieve success in my endeavors. Still, everything we do takes place in the light of Jesus, and we must take care lest the influence of Lucifer comes into our lives. We can say, indeed it is so, gain 10 piety, ponder it more deeply, gain 30 piety, and 1 learning, or lose 10 piety. Well, ponder it deeply. And our Duke over here has a revolt against him. Fair enough. Actually only got our plot power up to exactly 100, so let's just bribe this one last person. Just make sure we have a chance of that firing. I'd also quite like to take the county of Niederbayern, or this whole duchy here, which would also go a long way towards making our borders look nicer. Chancellor of Weimar, also fabricating a claim on behalf of the Countess. Fair enough. I guess that's really no worse than the other guy having a claim, since they can't both be pressed simultaneously unless the two counts individually declare their own wars, which is unlikely to happen. My granddaughter is of legal age and became a Grey Eminence. Good for her. Let's get her married to somebody important. Not the syphilitic Grand Prince of Croatia. Alicia, maybe? Sure, that will do. My co-conspirator has assembled a party of mercenaries who will ambush the Margrave disguised as highwaymen. I'm assured he will not survive the encounter. Let's hope not. Actually, I'm not sure if that granddaughter was even the daughter of my heir. If not, I don't think it will give us an alliance, but anyway. The mercenaries ambushed the carriage of the Margrave and made short work of him. They let the driver go, and he is convinced the attack will be was carried out by highwaymen. Those nasty bandits. Okay, so I think we will still need a second murder, in fact a third murder. I thought her heir was minor. Anyway, we'll have to continue with murdering over there either way. But to do it in the next episode because we're out of time here, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.